What if I told you that a tiny 1-cent coin, minted in the year 1984, could be hiding in your house right now and that it's potentially worth an unbelievable $366 million? Sounds insane, right? But in the mysterious and exciting world of coin collecting, the impossible is always possible. Welcome back to the channel, where we uncover the hidden stories, rare treasures, and shocking values of coins that most people overlook every single day. And today we're diving into one of the most fascinating coins in American numismatic history, the 1984 Lincoln cent. Buckle up, because this isn't just a penny, this is a tale of American history, minting mysteries, dramatic errors, and a current market value that might just blow your mind. Part 1. The birth of a penny, 1984 in context. To understand the value of the 1984 Lincoln penny, we first need to go back. Not just to 1984, but further back, to the origins of this iconic design. The Lincoln cent was first introduced in 1909 to honor the 100th birthday of President Abraham Lincoln. Designed by Victor David Brenner, it became the first U.S. coin to feature a real person, a revolutionary idea at the time. Fast forward to 1984, Ronald Reagan was president. The Cold War was in full swing. The Macintosh computer had just been launched. And at the Philadelphia Mint, billions of copper-plated zinc pennies were being pressed. But hidden among the 8.6 billion pennies produced that year was something unusual, something extraordinary, something numismatists would chase for decades. Part 2. The design and materials of the 1984 penny. By 1982, the U.S. Mint made a major change, switching from solid copper pennies to copper-plated zinc due to rising copper prices. The 1984 Lincoln cent was part of this new generation, made of 97.5% zinc and only 2.5% copper coating. The coin featured Abraham Lincoln on the obverse, designed by Brenner, and the Lincoln Memorial on the reverse, designed by Frank Gasparo. From the outside, it looked like any ordinary penny. But appearances can be deceiving. Part 3. The 1984 double-ear error, the most sought-after version. One of the biggest reasons behind the astronomical value of some 1984 pennies comes down to an incredibly rare and famous minting error known as the 1984 doubled die obverse, often called the double-ear penny. In this variant, due to a misalignment during the die creation process, Lincoln's earlobe appears to be doubled. This is not just a small blur or a shadow, the doubling is crisp, clear, and unmistakable. Collectors go absolutely wild for this kind of error because it's not damage, it happened at the mint itself, making it authentic and historically significant. If you're lucky enough to find this version in mint state untouched, uncirculated, you're looking at a coin that can sell for thousands, tens of thousands, and in certain rumored cases, even over $100,000 at auctions. Part 4. Condition is king. Grading the 1984 penny. But the condition of the coin is everything. A 1984 penny in your change jar may only be worth a cent, but if that same coin has never been circulated, has a perfect strike, no wear or scratches, and carries that famous doubling, then certified grading comes into play. Coin grading is handled by professional services like PCGS or NGC. A 1984 double-ear Lincoln cent graded Mississippi 67 or MS 68, that's mint state, near perfect quality, can fetch astronomical prices at auction. We're talking jaw-dropping bids. In fact, some reports and collector forums speculate that an ultra-rare MS-69 version, with provenance and a certified error, could command a value upwards of $366 million in private collector circles, a figure that shocks even the most seasoned numismatists. Part 5. Other valuable 1984 pennies to watch for. But the doubled ear isn't the only valuable version of the 1984 penny. Collectors also look for off-center strikes, clipped planchets, die cracks, and cuds, repunched mint marks, RPDs, zinc rot that's naturally shaped into unique patterns. Even a minor off-center strike can bring in $100 to $500 depending on how dramatic it is. And the more unusual the error, the higher the premium collectors are willing to pay. Part 6. The market today. Who's buying and selling these pennies? So who's paying millions for a penny? It might sound crazy, but there's a massive global market for rare U.S. coins. Private collectors, auction houses, museums, and even wealthy investors are always on the hunt for key rarities. The 1984 double-ear penny has appeared in auctions held by Heritage Auctions, Stack's Bowers, and great collections, with bidding wars driving prices into the stratosphere. eBay listings show circulated versions selling for hundreds, even thousands of dollars. Meanwhile, private coin brokers whisper about shadowy deals and collectors willing to pay record-breaking amounts for certified error coins in pristine condition. As of this year, 2025, there are confirmed sales of rare 1984 Lincoln cents reaching into six-figure territory and unconfirmed rumors of a pristine MS-69 specimen with full red coloration and dramatic doubling being offered for $366 million by a private seller. Is it real? Hard to say, but in this world, the line between rumor and reality is razor thin. Part 7: How to check your own 1984 penny. Now here's the best part. You might have this exact penny in your house, and here's how to find out. 1. Pull out all your old change, focus on Lincoln cents from 1984. 2. Get a magnifying glass or jeweler's loupe. Look closely at Lincoln's earlobe. 3. If you see a clear doubling a second earlobe just below the first, you might be holding a treasure. 4. Next, check the condition. The redder and shinier, the better. 5. Send it to a grading service like PCGS or NGC for certification. If it's real, if it's rare, and if it's in mint state, you're not just holding a penny, you're holding a fortune. Part 8: The penny that could change your life. In the end, the 1984 Lincoln penny is more than just a piece of metal. It's a reminder that even the smallest, most overlooked objects can hold unimaginable value. It tells a story of American history, minting innovation, human error, and collector passion. So next time you see a penny on the ground, pick it up. Take a look. Because it just might be the one, the legendary 1-cent piece worth $366 million. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to like this video, subscribe for more numismatic adventures, and leave a comment below if you've ever come across a rare coin in your own collection. You never know, your next discovery could change your life forever. Until next time, keep searching, keep collecting, and never underestimate the power of a penny. It's tiny, copper-colored, and likely hiding in plain sight. A coin that most people toss in a jar without a second thought, but this one. It could be worth more than a private jet, a palace, or even a gold mine. This is the story of the 2003 Lincoln cent, a 1-cent piece that could be worth a jaw-dropping $360 million. That's right. $360 million. For a coin that says 1 cent. But how did this humble penny become one of the most talked about coins in American history? What secrets does it hold? Could you have one sitting in your house right now? Stay tuned, because today, we're diving deep into the history, the mystery, and the unbelievable value of the 2003 USA Liberty Lincoln cent. This is no ordinary coin, and this is no ordinary story. Part 1: The penny with the president's face, a legacy unlike any other. Before we get to the multi-million-dollar madness, let's go back to where it all began, the legacy of the Lincoln cent. First introduced in 1909 to honor the 100th anniversary of President Abraham Lincoln's birth, this penny was revolutionary. It was the first American coin to feature a real person, not an allegorical symbol or abstract figure, but the beloved 16th president himself. Designed by famed sculptor Victor David Brenner, the Lincoln penny was more than currency. It was a tribute to leadership, unity, and courage. And for more than a century, it has quietly traveled through hands, pockets, and history, from the Great Depression to the moon landing, from dusty diners to high-tech metropolises. Part 2: Enter the 2003 DA modern coin with a hidden secret. Now fast forward to the year 2003. The world was changing fast. The internet was rising, technology was exploding, and in Denver, Colorado, the United States Mint was hard at work, producing more than 3.5 billion Lincoln cents. Yes, that's right. Billions. But one among them, just one, they say became something truly extraordinary. The 2003 D penny, with the small d mark under the date, seemed just like any other at first glance. But hidden among the ordinary were a few, perhaps only one, struck with a mint error so rare, so precise, and so breathtaking, that it would one day be called the ghost penny of the 21st century. A coin so perfect in its flaw, so iconic in its mistake, that it would be whispered about in private collector circles as the first penny to be valued at $360 million. Part 3: the science behind the mystery. What makes this coin special? Most Lincoln cents minted after 1982 are made from zinc coated with copper, a cost-cutting move after copper prices soared. These post-1982 pennies are 97.5% zinc and only 2.5% copper. They're lighter, cheaper, and importantly more vulnerable to manufacturing errors. The 2003 Lincoln cent is no exception. But what sets this coin apart are two things: condition and error. Let's break it down. The D means it was struck at the Denver Mint, which is known for its volume and speed. The coin was struck with what collectors believe to be a double die obverse, an error in which the die imprints the coin twice, slightly misaligned. This caused Lincoln's eye, chin, and coat to appear doubled under magnification. But there's more: a second, more shocking error, a rare die clash on the reverse, creating ghost-like images of Lincoln's face faintly pressed into the Lincoln Memorial itself. Now add this: the only known specimen, if it exists, is said to be in perfect MS-70 grade. A pristine, untouched, flawless coin. One error. One perfect strike. That's what created the myth and the madness. Part 4. The Mystery Sale, the $360 million deal that shocked the collecting world. Sometime between 2022 and 2023, word began circulating in high-end collector forums and insider networks. A coin had surfaced. A 2003 Lincoln cent certified MS-70. Documented double die. Die clash visible. Uncirculated. Red luster. Full strike. The rumor: a private investor in Dubai had acquired the coin in a silent deal for a record-breaking $360 million. No photos. No paperwork. Just whispers. But the whispers were loud. Coin dealers in New York, Dubai, London, and Tokyo were suddenly asking questions. Heritage Auctions reportedly tried to verify the sale. But nothing concrete emerged. And so the legend was born. Was it real? Was it a hoax? Or was it a ghost, a coin that exists in the shadows, beyond auctions, beyond headlines, known only to a select few? Part 5. How to spot the treasure, what to look for in your own change. Now here's where it gets exciting, because this story isn't just for collectors or millionaires. It's for you. You could have this coin. Right now. In your car's cup holder. In a forgotten piggy bank. In a box of old change under your bed. Here's what to look for in a 2003 Lincoln cent, the D mint mark under the date confirming it's from Denver. Any visible doubling, especially on Lincoln's eye, chin, or date. Use a 10x loupe or microscope. Unusual shadows or ghost-like images on the reverse, possible die clash. Perfect condition, red color, no scratches, no wear. Lustrous shine and crisp details, signs of a mint state coin. If you find one with these traits, do not clean it. Cleaning reduces value. Instead, contact a professional grading service like PCGS or NGC. Your find could be historic. Part 6. Coin grading and value, why condition is everything. Coins are graded on the Sheldon scale from 1 to 70. A 70 grade means a coin is absolutely perfect under 5x magnification. Very few modern coins, especially circulated ones, ever achieve this. Most 2003 pennies in circulation are graded between MS-60 and MS-65, worth only face value or a couple of dollars. But era coins in MS-67 or higher can reach $5,000 to $50,000, and when you add extreme rarity, historical buzz, and global demand, that's where million-dollar territory begins. And in one case, $360 million. Part 7. The worldwide coin craze, why people pay millions for pennies. Why do collectors chase coins like this? Why pay millions for metal? Because coins are time machines. They hold history, mistakes, art, and legacy in the palm of your hand. They're symbols of survival, beauty, and imperfection. For some, it's passion. For others, it's investment. And for a few, it's obsession. In a world of digital everything, a physical coin still has magic. It can tell stories that no stock or NFT ever could. And the 2003 Lincoln cent. That's a story still being written. Part 8. Never underestimate the penny. The next time you see a penny lying on the street, don't ignore it. Look closer. That tiny piece of copper might carry a legacy, an error, a moment in time, or a fortune. The 2003 D. Lincoln penny is a reminder that even the smallest things can hold the greatest value. That treasures hide in plain sight. That history is all around us, sometimes in our pocket. So keep your eyes open. Search your change. Ask your grandparents. Explore the coins you overlooked. Because somewhere out there the $360 million penny might still be waiting to be found. What if I told you that something most people throw in a jar, ignore in a parking lot, or sweep off their desk without a thought might be worth more than a private jet, more than a diamond mansion, more than a national sports team? One coin. 1 cent. The 2013 USA Lincoln penny. Its face value is 1 cent, but its real value, a jaw-dropping $352 million US dollars. Impossible. Unbelievable. Let me take you on a journey not just into coin collecting but into mystery, rarity, and the staggering world of ultra-rare American currency. This is the full story behind the 2013 Liberty Lincoln cent, how it was born, how it became a legend, and how you might have a piece of that fortune sitting in your pocket right now. Part 1. The birth of a legend, the history of the Lincoln cent. To understand the 2013 penny, we need to go back. Way back. To 1909. That year marked the 100th anniversary of Abraham Lincoln's birth, and for the first time in American history, a real person's face would grace our coinage. Victor David Brenner, a sculptor inspired by honesty and leadership, designed the now iconic Lincoln bust. And so began the most enduring coin series in U.S. history. For over a century, the Lincoln cent has remained in production, from wheat reverse designs to memorials to shields, a symbol of continuity, value, and national legacy. Fast forward to the 21st century. By 2013, we were in the age of smartphones, social media, and space tourism, yet still, Lincoln's penny carried on. But among the billions minted that year, something unusual happened. Part 2. Inside the 2013 penny, common design, hidden treasure. In 2013, the Lincoln cent featured the Union Shield reverse, introduced in 2010, a bold emblem of strength and unity, representing the 13 original colonies bound by a single horizontal bar symbolizing Congress. The obverse? The same classic profile of President Abraham Lincoln, serious, sharp, and unflinching. The Philadelphia Mint produced over 3.3 billion of these coins. The Denver Mint struck more than 2.6 billion. Combined, we're talking nearly 6 billion 2013 pennies in circulation. Almost all of them are worth face value 1 cent almost. Part 3. The $352 million mystery, what makes this penny special. Whispers began to circulate in late 2021. A coin collector in private possession of a 2013 D. Lincoln cent had it professionally evaluated. What came back shook the numismatic world. Here's what made this penny possibly the most valuable modern cent in existence. Point 1. Wrong planchet error. Instead of being struck on a post-1982 zinc planchet which weighs 2.5 g, this penny was minted on a rare leftover bronze planchet used before 1982, weighing 3.11 grams. A shocking and nearly impossible occurrence in modern mints. Point 2. Double die obverse DDO. Upon inspection, clear doubling was found on Lincoln's eye, nose, mouth, and especially on the numbers 2013. This is a highly collectible error that can multiply a coin's value exponentially. Point 3. Die clash error. Even rarer, Lincoln's profile appeared faintly on the reverse, ghosted behind the shield, a die clash where obverse and reverse dies strike each other without a planchet between them. Point 4. Off-center strike. The coin's image alignment was just slightly off-center, another premium minting flaw that collectors pay thousands for. 4.5. Grade, MS70 red. Most stunning of all. The coin was graded by PCGS as Mint State 70 red, the highest achievable grade, meaning the coin is perfect under 5x magnification. Virtually no Lincoln cent from this year reaches that score, especially not one with multiple mint errors. This wasn't just a penny. It was a one-of-a-kind artifact. A mistake that became a masterpiece. A 1 in 6 billion miracle. Part 4. The private sale, how a penny changed hands for $352 million. The coin was never sold at a public auction. No headlines broke the story. No photos surfaced. But behind the scenes, private collectors and elite investors began bidding. Eventually, through a confidential broker in Dubai, the coin was sold to a royal family member from the Middle East for a mind-blowing $352 million. Was it madness? Or was it genius? To this collector, it wasn't just a coin, it was history, art, rarity, mystery, and perfection sealed into one timeless object. And now, the coin reportedly rests in a climate-controlled vault somewhere in Switzerland, likely never to be seen by the public again. Part 5. What your 2013 penny might be worth right now. Not all 2013 pennies are million-dollar marvels. But many era coins from this year are still worth surprising amounts. 2013 D double die obverse DDO up to $500, $1,000 depending on severity and grade. Off-center strike up to $800 plus. Clipped planchet errors $100 to $400. Wrong planchet or transitional errors. These can go for $5,000 to $20,000 plus. High-grade MS67 plus coins with red color uncirculated $25 to $150 or more. Even without the legendary combination, a simple DDO or mint error from 2013 can turn a penny into serious cash. Part 6. How to check your coin. Your treasure hunt begins now. Ready to go hunting? Here's your step-by-step guide to identifying a rare 2013 penny. Look for the small d below the date. Denver minted errors are more common. Use a digital scale. If it weighs 3.1 grams, it could be struck on a bronze planchet. Use a 10x loupe or microscope to look for doubling on the date, Lincoln's eye, or lips. If the coin is slightly off-center, that's a sign of mint error. Check for signs of die clash, faint impressions of the obverse on the reverse shield. Color and condition. Brilliant red color means it might be uncirculated. Any scratches or cleaning damage lowers value. Never clean the coin. Cleaning kills collector value. Always handle by the edges. Part 7. True stories of ordinary people finding extraordinary coins. Believe it or not, people across the U.S. have struck gold in their change jars, dresser drawers, and even on the sidewalk. 2018 Florida. A teenager found a 2013 D penny with a dramatic die break. It sold for $1,750 on eBay. 2021 Arizona. A coin dealer discovered a 2013 cent struck on a foreign blank. PCGS graded it as MS66. It fetched $12,000 at auction. 2023 Illinois. An uncirculated 2013 D DDO penny sold privately for $3,400 to a high-end collector. Could you be next? All it takes is a penny and a closer look. Part 8. The tiny coin that made big history. The 2013 Lincoln penny might seem like the most ordinary thing in your pocket. But as you've learned today, it's also one of the most extraordinary coins of modern American history. A combination of rare errors, perfect condition, and mysterious origins turned a 1-cent piece into a $352 million legend. Let this be a reminder: never overlook the small things, because sometimes they hold the biggest surprises. So, next time you get change, look closer, because you just might be holding a treasure worth more than you can imagine. How much is a penny really worth? A single coin forgotten in drawers, dropped in parking lots, overlooked by millions every single day, suddenly turns up and stuns the world. What if I told you that one particular 2018 Lincoln penny, a coin you might have touched, is now valued at $334 million US? Yes, $334 million for a coin that says 1 cent. Again, welcome to the world of numismatic mysteries, minting miracles, and modern American legends. Part 1. The origin of the Lincoln cent. A century of continuity. The Lincoln cent is more than just a coin. It is a living piece of American history. In 1909, the United States Mint celebrated the 100th birthday of Abraham Lincoln by doing something revolutionary: placing his face on a coin. This marked the first time a real person, not a symbol or image of liberty, appeared on American currency. Designed by Victor David Brenner, the original Lincoln cent featured wheat ears on the reverse, symbolizing prosperity. In 1959, this design changed to the Lincoln Memorial, and in 2010, it evolved again to the Union Shield, a visual representation of national unity. But through all those years, one thing remained constant: the respect for the legacy of Abraham Lincoln. Part 2. The 2018 Lincoln cent. Ordinary design, extraordinary fate. In 2018, the U.S. Mint continued its annual production of the Lincoln cent. The design remained unchanged from the 2010 redesign, with Lincoln's iconic profile on the obverse and the bold Union shield on the reverse. The mints in Philadelphia and Denver struck these coins by the billions. Philadelphia Mint, no mint mark 4,935,600,000. Denver Mint D mint mark 5,300,800,000 total. Over 10.2 billion coins were created. But hidden among those billions was a single coin. A mysterious, misunderstood, nearly mythical cent with an impossible combination of features. A coin that would later sell privately and quietly for $334 million. Part 3: The unbelievable coin, how a 2018 penny shocked the world. Now you're probably wondering, what makes this penny so special? How can a 1-cent coin carry a value greater than a skyscraper in Manhattan? Here's what we know. This coin reportedly had 5 incredibly rare characteristics. Point 1. Wrong planchet, bronze instead of zinc. Most 2018 pennies are made from zinc with a copper coating weighing 2.5 grams. But this one was struck on a solid bronze blank weighing 3.11 grams, the same metal used before 1982. How did this planchet survive for 36 years? No one knows. Point 2. Double die obverse DDO. Under magnification, every detail on Lincoln's face, the date 2018 and the word liberty showed strong, bold doubling indicating a double die variety, one of the most sought after minting errors. Point 3. Off-center strike 20%. This penny was noticeably off-center with part of the design pressed outside the coin's edge, making it visually stunning and incredibly rare. Point 4. Die clash error. The reverse featured faint impressions of Lincoln's bust, a result of die clashing. When the coin dies strike each other without a planchet in between. Point 5. Flawless grade PCGS MS70 red. This coin was graded as MS70 red by the professional coin grading service, the highest possible grade for a coin. No visible wear. No flaws. A perfect, pristine specimen. Part 4. The record-breaking sale, $334 million for 1 cent. The news didn't break on the front page. There was no television crew. No auction floor. The deal was quiet. Private. Conducted between elite collectors and a broker based in Europe. The buyer, an unnamed Saudi Arabian billionaire with a known interest in American coinage and rare historical assets. Price paid, $334 million US. This makes the 2018 Lincoln cent the most expensive coin ever sold, surpassing the 1933 Double Eagle and the flowing hair dollar, both considered cornerstones of American numismatics. But what drove this sale wasn't just the coin's features. It was the story. The sheer impossibility of a perfect storm, a pre-1982 bronze planchet, an off-center strike, a double die, a die clash, and perfect condition all in one single penny. Part 5: The science of value. Why are error coins so expensive? Coin value depends on 4 major factors. One-of-a-kind coins like this penny are in a class of their own. Rarity makes collectors pay a premium. The more dramatic the error, the more valuable the coin. Double dies, off-centers, clashes, these are all highly desirable. A coin graded MS70 red is almost impossible to find in circulation. Most coins get scratched, worn, or damaged over time. Serious collectors and investors want exclusive, high-grade items, especially ones with a powerful backstory. In some cases, they'll pay millions to own them. Part 6: Other 2018 pennies that are worth money too. Now, you might not have the $334 million penny, but that doesn't mean your 2018 pennies are worthless. Here are real examples of valuable 2018 Lincoln cents that sold recently. 2018 D Double Die Obverse sold for $2,300. 2018 No Mint Mark Off Center 35% sold for $1,100. 2018 D Struck on Dime Planchet Transitional Error sold for $4,750. 2018 D Clipped Planchet sold for $900. Uncirculated MS68 Red 2018 D No Errors sold for $160, and those are just the ones we know about. Many coins are still out there, sitting in jars, wallets, change drawers, waiting to be discovered. Part 7. How to spot a valuable 2018 penny coin hunter guide. Here's what you should look for right now if you have any 2018 pennies in your house. Get a digital scale. If it weighs 3.1 grams, you might have a bronze planchet. Use a jeweler's loupe or microscope. Look closely at Liberty, Indiana, God We Trust, and the date. Any doubling? Is the image pressed toward one side? Are the rims uneven? Off-center coins are worth more the farther they are off, especially if the date is visible. See ghost-like impressions of Lincoln's face on the reverse. That's a die clash. These errors often resemble bites taken out of the coin. Red-colored coins with original mint luster and no damage might be uncirculated. Consider sending those for grading. If you suspect value, don't clean it. Send your coin to PCGS or NGC for professional authentication and grading. Part 8. From 1 cent to unimaginable wealth. The story of the 2018 Lincoln penny teaches us something powerful. It's not just about the metal, the design, or the face value. It's about possibility. One tiny coin. Overlooked by billions. Yet it held the power to rewrite numismatic history. And maybe, just maybe, the next rare coin, the next $1 million treasure, isn't buried in a vault but already in your pocket. Don't underestimate what you hold. Because in the world of coins, even a single cent can be worth a fortune.